Hi all, hope you're well. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. So I just wanted to share with you why I teach yoga. What is it that attracts me to teaching yoga in a profession and a job that I'm very happy to say that I enjoy doing. So I think a lot of you that might be familiar with me, come to my classes, maybe look at my website, that you'll see that I've initially came into yoga because of lower back pains. And I'd got a disc protrusion in my lower back, so not a very uncommon injury for people to have, especially, lower back problems in general is quite common. And yoga really helped to manage that through building up my core strength, through building up awareness of my posture and how I move my body around has really helped to reduce the likelihood of having an exacerbation. And on the odd occasion that I do get one, the recovery period is much quicker, which is great, and I'm really pleased and grateful for yoga for that. But I started yoga, then I decided I want to change careers. I wanted to teach, and as I've been going through my teaching over the last few years, I feel it's so much about, for me, sharing and facilitating the experience for those that come along to these sessions to help quieten the mind down from a lot of the noise that we all have. We all have the ego, we all have the self-talk, and a lot of that self-talk isn't always positive. So what I guess my mission objective is to be able to hold space for people to have an experience where they can come a little bit more in touch with the essence of who they are. And that's not something that will necessarily happen. If you haven't been to yoga before, you think, yeah, that sounds good, and I'll have some of that. It's not necessarily something that just happens overnight, but it's something that happens, over a period of time. It's a lifelong journey. I'm still in that process. As long as I'm alive, I'm learning, I'm becoming more self-aware, I'm becoming more aware of the negative mind chatter that I have, and I guess, through yoga, gently becoming open and aware of what's going on, and becoming more aware of maybe about some of the things that I can do about my own mental health, my own well-being. I think my sort of takeaway from a personal perspective of that is surrendering to how I feel. And some of that might have been in my NHS career, where everything that, you're on paper, it all adds up as being a good thing. Good money, gives me a nice house, gives me nice stuff. But I had zero job satisfaction in what I was doing in a management role within the NHS. So for me, I needed to do something about that. But of course, I was ignoring all of the little telltale signs, and I kind of had a bit of a crasher in a bit of a brick wall before I decided to take control. So there's surrendering to the nagging or the negative mental chatter that goes on, and then there's taking the responsibility to do something about it, which I think avoiding taking responsibility, procrastinating about taking responsibility, is something that's a lot, in that point in time, in that moment, seems an easier thing to do than the story that you're creating about how you change your situation. So it's not maybe necessarily something as big as career change. It might be about, having a conversation with somebody that you're putting off. It might be about helping you to feel clearer around a career path that you're in, the relationship that you're in, the relationship you're in with yourself. When somebody, people in the past, people have talked to me about, you need to love yourself more. And it's taken me a very, very long time to get my head around what that actually means. And I think what that means is listening and responding to myself. I think that I've been a victim in the past of trying to over-engineer the direction of my life, as opposed to yielding to how I feel and taking things much more at smaller steps, as opposed to thinking too far ahead. I think that's tripped me up a lot, and thinking this is the place that I should be, this is the job I should have, these are the friends I should have, and all of that thought about these are the things that I should have will be based on me responding to life around me, as in that's car that people consider cool. So, yeah, I want that car to maybe, I don't know, get people to think, oh my God, Ian's really cool. He's got a cool car. Or, thinking about much younger in life, those are the groups of friends, they look cool, so I should be with them, as opposed to maybe people that are more on my own page. And you can roll that out throughout your life. So I'm here as a yoga teacher to create an experience for people to come along to either a weekly yoga class, a restorative session, a sound bath, or a day retreat, to create space for them to have an enjoyable experience, which might help over time create a little bit of positive self-inquiry. So thank you very much for listening. Do share. Namaste.